All right, Shalom. For the phones, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash Barakatah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and to all the Akim across the globe. Teaching the word of truth and sincerity, I want to say Shalom. It's our dying hour from the great millstone campus, Chicago. And today's lesson, we're going to get into Romans, the 7th chapter. We'll start the 14th verse, and we're going to go down through the Spirit of the Lord. This lesson be edifying. And we got to understand that we're in that the condition of the battle is fighting is flesh. All right, Yahushua came in his sinful flesh. All right, did he sin? No, and that's the example that we have of a man being born of blood and of flesh compacted in the womb. All right, Yahushua was born just like everybody else. The difference between him is that he conquered the flesh. All right, and our job is to conquer the flesh also. All right. Now, don't get this message misconstrued. All right, we're not here to be going off. All right, but we are here to go off if you can receive it, because we're not going to be perfect. All right, we were made this way. All right, let's get to talk about it in Jude. Let's get that real quick in Jude. Jude 1:6, and the angels which kept not the first estate, but left their own habitation, he had reserved in everlasting chains under darkness to the judgment of the great day. All right, the angels are the messengers. All right, and as a whole, Israel are the messengers. Okay, we all were on the mount when we agreed to the covenant and to the law that was given by Yahushua unto Moses. All right, he said, all that you say we would do, and we agreed. Okay, when we transgressed and turned our back on Yahushua, all right, we were sold under sin. All right, and even going back to Adam. All right, really that's what it goes back to. Adam, which is Yahushua. All right, we're not getting into that, but the point being, when Adam transgressed, all right, we were kicked out. We were kicked out the garden, and those curses were added unto us, man. All right. So we need deliverance from the flesh of sin and going off. And the only way that's going to happen is when Yahushua returns. But as we are this flesh, we got to fight. All right. There's Romans 7:14, for we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. You know, and that carnal means to be flesh. The word for carnal. Fleshy, carnal, having the nature of flesh, under the control of the animal appetites, governed by mere human nature, not by the Spirit of the Most High. All right? Pertaining to the flesh, okay? So, we are governed by mere human nature and not by the Spirit in some instances, man. Because what? We have a lustly desire for carnal things, man. All right? We have different vices and different thorns on our side that perk their head up, all right, time again. And in doing that, at times we go off. All right? So we got to understand that this battle that we're facing and that we're going through is a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual battle against the flesh, and we're going to get into that. Romans 7:15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. All right. We gotta practice what we preach. Okay. The things that we want to do, or we gotta put those in order and put those in play. All right, and make a habit of doing those things, so we won't be going after the opposite, which is our flesh, which is our carnality, our carnal mind, or the things that we want to do. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. For what I hate, that do I. And there's times where, you're like, damn, I tripped, I slipped, I fell. There's plenty of examples and situations that, each individual person in his truth can point out their shortcomings. All right, whether it be gambling or drinking or harlots or, whatever it is. All right, after you get done doing those things, it becomes not burden, so to speak, but it becomes a problem in the sense that now that you have done these things, you have created a bigger problem for yourself, a bigger issue for yourself. If then I do that which I would not, I get sent into the law that is good. Right, because this law, statutes, commandments are always supposed to be in the front of our minds. All right, and when we look at certain situations and ponder whether this is lawful or whether it is not, you choose not to do it, well, you're saying that the law was correct, and the law is correct, man. Because the law is there as a school teacher, a schoolmaster. All right, and the law is not going to tell you to do anything that is off. You see? So when you forsake and when you don't do those things that you hate to do, all right, you're recognizing that the law, statutes, and commandments, all right, are a benefit for you, man. All right. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. All right. And even though you know the right thing to do, and you continue to or chose to do something contrary, if that sin that's in us, man, if that superfluity, let's get that superfluity. This is James 1. James 1:21, it said, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. All right, let me see if I can pull this word up here. Probably not. Let's go to the word superfluity real quick. All right, it says the surplus, excess, overabundance, glut, surfeit, profusion, plethora, embarrassment, overload. Let's go into the blue letter because it says it different. What's that? James 1. Please go into residue. Let's get that real quick. Right. It says the residue, superfluity, the residue remains, the wickedness remaining over in a Christian from a state prior to conversion. All right, so we all have that superfluity in us, man. All right, we all had that prior filth, that residue that's left over, all right, from the world when we came into this truth. Okay? So that sin is always going to be there until Yahweh Shem Yahushua come and take it away. You see? My fellas, get this. One of my favorite scriptures I learned when I first got in the truth. Ecclesiastes 7:20. For there's not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not, man. All right? So, no matter how we try to keep the law, statutes, commandments, we're going to go off, man. All right? We had that superfluity still residing in us from the world. Okay? It says, verse 18, for I know that in me, that is, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but out of form that which is good I find not. Sometimes we know what to do when we don't do it. All right? Now we don't try to be overboard, with as far as committing adultery and back to selling drugs and eating swine or anything like that. All right, but it could be simple matters or simple things that pop up in your life, in your decision making that we just don't do. All right, we know. All right, we know that if a man don't work, we don't eat. But sometimes we get lazy demons on them, procrastination demons, doubt demons, excuse demons that won't allow us to get up and to perform the acts that we need to do. All right? All right? So we got to fight this flesh because our flesh wants to take it easy, man. All right? For the good that I would, for the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do. All right? And this, there's times where we could have held our peace more. Okay? There's times we could have done something another way. But because we want to be right, but because we want to justify ourselves, because we want to not take the low, you give in to the flesh. All right? My fellas, get this real quick. So walk after the Spirit. I think it might be in this chapter. Walk. Right. This is Galatians 5. And I had this written down too much. I'll get it now. This is Galatians 5:16. It says, this I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. Now, let's highlight this. All right. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary, the one to the other, so that ye could not do the things that you would. See, there's a constant battle that's going on, a constant spiritual battle, all right, between of what to do right and what our lust of the flesh wants to do. All right, and these are constantly battling in our mind. Okay, that's why we have to be diligent in rebuking and praying and fasting. All right, because the flesh loves to envy, man. All right. It says verse 20. Now, if I do that I would not, there's no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. All right. And that's what it is, man. All right. Like you may get in a heated argument. You may bust your girl car windows out or slash her tires, right? And I'm not saying that's a sin or anything like that, right? But during that fit of rage and madness, you're no longer in the spirit. Okay, so that's not you. It's something that takes over you that does those things. Okay, because you're not in the spirit of the Lord. The scripture talk about anger rests in the bosom of fools. So we're able to control our spirit, all right, and to walk more in the spirit. We'll do more things in the spirit. But when we're out of the spirit, all right, you're going to do things carnally. You're going to lash out. All right, you're going to be more of a detriment to you when that fit of rage goes. When that fit of rage goes away. Now you got to deal with police. You got to deal with buying a new tire or a car or whatever the thing may be. All right. So we got to continue to fight this, man. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. All right. And Satan, as a matter of fact, Satan desires to sift you. And the Lord, Luke 22:31, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. All right? I'll first get another one. Roaring lion. 1 Peter 5:8 said, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, all right, who's the adversary? It's Satan, man. All right? And what is Satan? Satan is sin. All right? Because he's contrary to the Lord. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. All right? So we got to be on the lookout. We got to constantly be on the defense, because Satan's out here doing his job. His job is to battle. His job is to fight against the good of Yahweh Shemi Shai that he has put inside of us, man. All right? And just think about the account of Job, all right, where when the sons of the Most High came to the Lord, and Satan came also, man. You see? So wherever good is, evil is there too, because that's the balance of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. But I see another law of my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members, man. All right? And this is a daily battle that all brothers face, man. All right? And we tend to get sidetracked by not keeping our eyes single and focused on Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. All right? Or wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of death. I thank the Most High through Yahweh Shemi Shai, our Lord. So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of the Most High, but with the flesh, the law of sin. All right? You know, and we got to keep our mind focused on Yahweh Shemi Shai so we don't serve sin in our flesh, man. You know? You know, and Paul is just giving the balance of his battle, man. You know? And we gotta make sure that we're fighting this battle, okay, and keeping in mind that it's gonna be a continual war, man. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.